Hey everybody, in tonight's video we have the high Candela long gun weapon light, the LGL-160-T by the company NightStick. We took a look at their high Candela handgun light. This is their high Candela long gun light. It's 800 lumens and 100,000 Candela. This thing should be like a spotlight on the side of your gun. We're going to go ahead and unbox this light. I'll show you everything that comes with it, and then we're going to take it outside after dark so you can see its performance. That's what we've got in tonight's WV Guns and Goats video. But first, as always, I'd like to ask you to please headbutt that subscribe button to join the herd. Well, this comes in a pretty big box, so I actually had to turn it sideways so I could fit it all in the camera's view here. But we got a nice window to see the light itself. Then we've got 800 lumens, 100,000 Candela, high Candela long gun weapon light, the LGL-160-T. It runs on two CR123s that are included. Then we got NightStick's website and phone number. On the back here we've got includes multiple Picatinny mounts, sharp tight beam for increased range, tail cap and remote pressure switches, durable anodized finish, momentary or constant on operation. 800 lumens, 2 hours of runtime, 632 meters of beam distance, 100,000 Candela, 2 meter drop resistant, and 1 meter submersion rated. And then it tells you everything that comes in the package, but I'm going to go over that anyway. So let's go ahead and get this out onto the tabletop. Straight out of the box, we have the light itself in its packaging, an instruction manual, and a box of accessories. I almost forgot to tell you that this was supplied by the nice folks at NightStick so that I could bring you this video. We have the instruction manual here. There's really not much to it. It's just a single double-sided printed piece of paper. We have the light itself, which we will take a look at here in a moment. Then this is a pretty neat little piece because this is a cable management block. It goes on your rail and then you can run your cable for your tape switch here underneath it, and it won't be hanging off the side of your gun. Then we have the tape switch with its momentary, and then there's a click on and off for constant. And then this little piece here, you can see one already installed on the tape switch. That is what allows you to attach the tape switch to your rail, is this little rubbery piece right here. One goes on each end of the tape switch and then attaches to the rail. And then in this baggie, I didn't open it up because there's a lot of pieces inside here, but this is an offset mount that comes with the light. So that is everything that you get with their long gun light. Let's take a look at the light first and then the tail cap. So it's an anodized aluminum construction here on the body of the light. Then you have the NightStick logo and the model number. And on the back here, we have a caution about hot surfaces and a patent number. There is no strike edges on the bezel, but there is a very high polish reflector down in there. If you don't like the white of the logo, I believe you can take something like a Sharpie or aluminum black to it and cover it up. Then we have the first of two mounts that came with the light. You saw the offset one as well. This is the straight built-in Picatinny clamp, and it's held on by two Torx screws there, and it has a large thumb wheel to loosen and tighten it, as well as having the two little pieces cut out in the edge of that wheel so you can tighten it down with some kind of tool. And here we have a little sticker telling us to remove the inside tab to operate. On the back, the button on the tail cap is protected by this bezel here. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on. It did come with Energizer lithium batteries instead of just generic CR123s. And there is the beam. This light does not have a strobe mode. It is just straight on and off, and I can actually feel the heat at the center of that beam right there. So it's just click on and click off on the tail cap there. We'll unscrew this and we'll screw on the tape switch here. You can see it's got those bare threads there, and there is the Energizer lithium battery. They go both in positive side down, and then we will screw this on here. We have an O-ring to help seal the body. All right, so this can rotate around, and it's got a little cutout here so that the cord can sit at a 90-degree angle right there. And then we have a momentary on, which is this long button here. Just momentary. And then we have a click switch for constant on. Oh, I almost forgot, guys. If you look here, you can actually see the molded in cross slots. So this won't slide back and forth on your rail, and it'll hold that tape switch pretty securely there. And I wanted to give you a size comparison between the light and a Sharpie marker. I didn't really have another long gun light to compare it to, but I figure everybody has a Sharpie lying around so you can kind of get an idea of the size of this light. So let's go ahead and take it outside after dark, and I'll show you how it performs outside. So here we are out here on the short range. We're gonna see how this light does on these targets. They're at about 17 yards away from us. Pretty narrow beam, nice spotlight beam on there with a little bit of flood around it. It does a pretty good job of illuminating the area right in front of you, and then that tight beam shoots out even further. So let's go ahead and try this on the long range. Out in front of us at about 70 yards, there's a barn and a baler sitting next to it. Past that is a tree line at about 100 yards. Let's go ahead and see how it does at distance. Can light up the tree line pretty good with that beam there. So I would say I'm about 40 to 50 yards away from the camera right now. I'm going to give you an idea of what it would look like if you were on the receiving end of this light. I got this bucket here of water that needs to be changed out, but I'm going to go ahead and toss our light in. And I'm going to leave it in there for about 30 seconds. We'll see if we have any issues with the light from being submerged. And we'll take it out and see if any water has gotten into the light. I did forget to tell you guys, though, if you're using the standard tail cap on this light, well, you can just soft press it instead of clicking it. If you just press it and don't click it, you'll get a momentary on. If you do click the light tail cap, you'll get a constant on. So now it has been about 30 seconds. Let's go ahead and get the light out of the bucket here. Still shining as bright as it was before. We'll take it inside and see if any water got into it. Okay, so we're back inside. We just had it outside to test the performance after dark, and then we submerged the light for 30 seconds in what basically amounted to pond water. And I don't think there's any intrusion of water into the body of the light. Let's look underneath the tail cap here. Completely dry. I don't see any signs of water there. These batteries are dry as well. No water coming out of the battery compartment on this light. Let's go ahead and screw this back together. I really appreciate all of you watching my video tonight. If you're looking for a light for a long gun, such as an AR-15 or a PCC, or whatever you want to put a long gun light on, well, check out this little NightStick here. It's pretty powerful, got a good spot beam to it, and it runs around $146. That's what I was able to find this light priced at online. So everybody, this has been another Wvgunsngoats video. Thanks for joining me, and remember, if you're not out there having fun shooting, what are you doing?